Hey guys, back in another video, and first off I want to get this out of the way, and I apologize for missing yesterday. I was very tired. Tuesday, October 26th. This is yesterday's Zodiac. The moon in your travel sector is always a little tricky. There's a nagging urge to expand your borders, which actually makes you do the opposite. This is more to do with taking a financial risk and your fears of instability. Take it one step at a time. Okay, there's yesterday's. Here's today's the Zodiac. Wednesday, the 27th. Uncomfortable energy can make you feel manipulated or the victim of passive aggression. The sensitive moon sits opposite Pluto, who likes to be in control. Mercury is squaring off with the moon, so you may have the reservations about working on your unconscious material. There's a strong chance that you fear being exposed in some way. Okay, there's the Zodiac. Now, the main part of this video. Pro wrestling. More specifically, Impact Wrestling. Because I remember I watched the highlights of Bound for Glory, and I forgot to make a video on them. First off, just want to get this annoying crap out of the way, because I don't like it. The Good Brothers, Gallows, and Anderson of the Super Clique retained their Impact Tag Team titles over the Bullet Club's Ace Austin and Hikuleo, if I'm pronouncing that name right, Haku's son, and Thin Juice. Yay. Next up, Trey Miguel won the X Division Championship in a great match between him, Steve Macklin, who I did not know was Steve Cutler. I did not know that. And El Phantasmo. I actually could have sworn. Here's my thing. Here's my opinion on that. My pick on that match was Macklin. Because I want to be a fan of Steve Macklin, but he's yet to really have a good match with someone, in my opinion. A positive match with P.D. Williams and the three-way he got to go. That match were good. I personally yet have to see him in a great match. And I actually did logistically think they were going to put it on Bullet Club's El Phantasmo. But they didn't. They put on the Fresh Prince of Midair. Trey Miguel, congratulations to him. A well-deserved title run will be in store. Next up, this was a shocker. Mickie James, Miss Hardcore Country, winning the Knockouts Championship once again from, how do you say the nickname? What's the nickname? The Virtuosa. There it is. Deonna Purrazzo. So she's lost the Impact title, thank God. But keeps the AAA Women's Championship. The Reina, some crap like that. Whatever it is, it's more prestigious than Queen's Crown Tournament. I'll make a video. Just to get this out of the way, people. How many total victories Zelina Vega now has? 4. I'm sorry. Well, she is improved in the ring greatly. I just can't take that seriously as a Queen of the Ring. I can't. I'm sorry to any Zelina stans, but I can't. Something else on Impact, on their YouTube show, before the Impact, I believe this happened, Jordan Grace won the Digital Media Championship, becoming the first champion. This shocked me, because I didn't know that this was a gender-equal championship, the good way. Where it's not just a woman winning the male's championship. Both male and females can compete for this belt. Next up, was it the Collier Shot? The Collier Shot Battle Royal. Had my favorite return of all time. The Kiss Demon. Dale Torborg, that was... I do wish he could have come out to a Kiss song, but of course, they could not get the licensing, of course, but I don't care, man. That was an awesome return of the Demon. The Demon was one of the best things to come out of crappy WCW. Back when WCW was kind of on its dying legs, Demon was such a fun character. I'm shocked. I truly believe he could have been a TV title holder, or at least a contender for the TV championship. I mean, that's a gimmick. That is a straight, stupid gimmick. But it's a gimmick that could have got people watching at least. Kind of like Glacier. He was entertaining at least. He was stupid because he was just Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Just like, Mortis was just kind of like a reptile. Whatever. That's what the TV Championship was made for. If you're also wondering why I have this, it's just because I like holding a belt while making wrestling videos. Let's see, what was the next one? Oh, this match was interesting. Violent by Design, Diener and Doring versus Heath. And hopefully Rhino. And Heath won a good amount of that match by himself. And finally the return of the Man Beast, Rhino. Gore! 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 I am so happy that tag team is back, because it was very short-lived in Impact. I mean, yes, Heath got hurt. It was a short-lived reunion for the inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and maybe they're the team to take the belts off of Gallows and Anderson. Back to the Call Your Shot. I do remember they had another return like very early into the match. Let me see. Because I do remember there was a big return. There was at least a decent return at the beginning of the gauntlet. God, Jesus, phone. Yeah, the Inspiration made their debut. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Oh yeah, Rocky Romero made his debut. That was the big name. And Nasico, former junior heavyweight tag team champion, I believe. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize. This whole battle royal was fun. Had some justice with Sam Beal tossing out Brian Myers. Is there any match I'm forgetting because I have it right here? Well, of course, the heavyweight championship match I'll get to. Yeah, ended up the winner of the Call Your Shot Battle Royal, meaning anyone they can cash in their title shot anyone for a shot at the World Heavyweight title or any championship. Moose. By eliminating Matt Cardona, I believe, in the finals of the match. And then the main event, Josh Alexander, the Walking Weapon versus the Instant Classic Christian Cage for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. This was one of the best Impact Heavyweight title bouts in years, in my opinion, as a wrestling fan. It ended, shocking, I am shocked at how this ended, with Josh Alexander winning the Impact World title, I believe by submission, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, by submission, tapped out to his ankle lock. Josh is sitting there holding the championship, hugging his family, when all of a sudden, Moose cashes in his title shot right then and there, spears Josh Alexander, wins the world title, and all I have to say is, are you finally happy, Moose Marks? Good God! That's all I have to say. Are you finally happy? There! He's world champion now! Shut up! That was one of the biggest things I always had a problem with Impact. I'm not a big fan of Moose nowadays. I am a fan of his talent. He's a very talented competitor. But for good God's sake, so many people always whining and complaining how he never won the belt. Well, now he's world champion. Good for him. That's sincerity to Moose, not to you fans. There are so many wrestling fans where I have such a problem with wrestling fans. Wrestling fans want certain superstars pushed, but when they start getting their push, they whine, they complain. If a certain match or a story doesn't go their way, or a certain thing doesn't go how they want it, they complain. It's whine and give me this, give me that, give me that, it's mine. Who cares? Something doesn't go your way, who cares? A good way to say... Both of them are missing one? Oh, great. Both of them are missing a spot. Is Keith Lee and his new gimmick. Bearcat. It's still Keith Lee. He's not coming out with fur on or some stupid entrance attire. The only real difference is the nickname and the claw stripes on his singlet. Aside from that, it's the same Keith Lee. And anyone who watched Ring of Honor when Keith had his run with the Pretty Boy Killers with Shane Taylor knows what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up and find footage of Keith Lee with Shane Taylor. The best match you can find, Pretty Boy Killers, Shane Taylor and Keith Lee versus the War Machine. Great match. With the amount of people that always whine and complain about Moose never winning the World Championship. Why you gotta bitch? I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. He's a 5-star athlete. I'm not denying that. It just was never his time. Is the thing with Kenny Omega. I'll admit, that would have been a great time to win the title for Moose, but not yet. They needed someone else to win that from Kenny Omega. Christian. On a big stage where they knew a lot of people would be watching. AEW Rampage. They knew what they were doing. They did. And now, Impact has a full-time Impact champion. And I'll say this, actually. Before Moose cashed in, I called that Josh Alexander would be the one to bring the Impact Championship full-time back to Impact Wrestling. When he was the X Division champion and Kenny Omega was still the belt collector, I called that Josh Alexander would be the one to bring home the Impact World Heavyweight Championship full time, and I was right. For the few minutes that he was champion, Josh Alexander was the man who brought the Impact World Championship back home to Impact Wrestling full time. Now it's Moose. I couldn't care as long as we have a champion that's on the show, and Christian was. But I'm just saying, as long as we have an Impact wrestler as Impact champion, it's fine. Moose, cool. He's actually been. I do agree. He's been deserved a world title run. I just hate people constantly whining and complaining about it. So, that's it for this video. See you next time. Also, just a little fun fact. Tomorrow, October 28th, is my birthday. So, birthday videos coming out. Later.